Hey everyone! So yeah, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, we actually are in Korea. We've been here for a little while now. I want to say, yeah, well over 3 weeks. And we did our quarantine and we've been out enjoying Korea to the fullest. But one thing, everybody should do if you're returning to your home country is know and prepare for returning to your home country from Korea, because I can assure you, things come up and you get really surprised by them. Yeah.
You will get frustrated. Hopefully not.
Yeah. So we're gonna be leaving in a while from Korea, but we needed to look up what it means when you're planning to leave Korea. We both live in the United States, and overall, you need to get COVID tests before you're traveling to the United States, just like we had to get COVID tests before we traveled here. Make sure that we're healthy.
Yeah, make sure we're able to go back.
Yeah, and you also always want to make sure you're never putting anybody else at risk.
Of course.
So, yeah, we looked up all the information. We watched some YouTube videos. YouTube's a great resource, but as always, wasn't 100% accurate.
Yeah, we watched YouTube from other YouTubers and help the videos to help you how to go back to your country. And we still had a little problem, but we solved. So we want to share our experience with you, and hopefully it's gonna help you too.
Yeah. Now, I have seen that there are some free ways to get COVID tests in Korea, but typically, from what I researched, it seems you really need to have some Korean friends who are going to be working with you to get these free methods, and that's not what this video is about. If you came here thinking that, turn away right now.
Yeah. We booked our reservation for the COVID test that we need to pay 126,000 won
each. Yeah.
So
a grand total of 252,000 won, which I'll put the translation up right now, but it's pretty comparable, I would say, to what we paid in America.
Yeah, I'd rather pay because first, we don't have friends or any other families here. I'd rather pay that we can get whatever we wanted, so they can give all the documentation printed out and all translate to English, so we don't need to, looking around where we can print or something like that.
Yeah. And it's just scheduled, so we know this day at this time, we just have to be at the Incheon International Airport, which is also the destination for our testing center. I know you can get tested throughout Seoul in different locations, but I think for us it just makes sense to go to the international airport, get our tests done there. We're going to be flying a couple days after we get our tests, so if anything, we can just go to that testing center again. And overall, we get to go to the Incheon International Airport, do all of our tax returns before we leave Seoul, so we have some extra Korean won to spend before we leave.
That's cool, yeah. And we just want to make our things easier.
Yeah. And there's a new website that actually launched, I believe, in September for people traveling back to America, or any country, I believe, but America for sure. And it just works linking up with the Incheon International Airport, and we want to show you it. I'll go ahead and add a link in the description box below. If you are in Korea right now and are traveling home and maybe you have some anxiety, maybe you're a little stressed out, figuring out how are you going to get home, where can you get COVID tested, how can you get COVID tested, what do you need to know to get COVID tested. So yeah, the website is safetogopass.com/index. So I have it on the screen right now. but the link will be in the description box below. And yeah, James just gonna walk you through very briefly. We're not gonna log into the site, but we're gonna show you very briefly what the site looks like, and then we'll have some final thoughts for you right after.
Okay, first you're gonna go to this website, save2gopass.com/index, and you will see Korean, but if you use the Google Chrome, you can translate to English. So now it's telling you the instruction, how you get everything. So just briefly look at it. The first one, necessary inspections to make an appointment as soon as possible. Second one, the information you needed to at a glance.
Yeah, so it's basically taking a look for any country-specific coronavirus checkup items and entry information. So yeah, for us, it looked at America because we put in that we'll be traveling back to the United States and our airport. And it'll also do the same for you based on your destination.
Yeah, because every country has different standards for the COVID-19 test. And make your travel safer, so get all the information. Immigration check, pass at once, so you do need to get the QR code. And travel insurance to protect me even abroad. So we don't have that, but it's good information to know. Then you will click sign in and get started.
Yeah.
So this is the sign in page. You will click here, join the membership, this button.
And it's free to join. There's no cost to actually sign up for this, which is nice.
Yeah, so pretty much you need to provide your personal information, your name, date of birth, from your correct information according from your passport, and your email address. You create your own password. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then you will type their captcha, the numbers to match that you are not a robot or something like that.
And it also has an easy login option. For those in Korea, you have Naver login, KakaoTalk login, Google, of course, and Apple. We just created our own.
Yeah. Then you will go through there.
Yeah.
The most difficult thing we got is the registration ID number or alien ID number, right? We don't know what was it, and we don't know if we have one. We Googled it, we watched the YouTube videos, and we found out the formula is the last 2 digits of the year and the month, then it's the birthday. So if you was born 1996, so it's 96 for the year. And if you're born in September, it's 09. And the date maybe is 30. This is the date of your birth. Then this is the first part is 6 digits. Then there's the second part for the ID number is 7 digits. So I believe for all the foreigner in Korea,
United States for sure.
United States for sure, that is start with number 6, then 6 zeros after 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you have 7 total digits.
Yeah, the total 7 for the second part is 7 digits total. Yeah.
Yeah, and that part was really confusing.
Yeah, we're glad we found out we got help from the YouTube videos, and also we're glad we found out by ourselves. The other information you need to fill out is very basic. It's just your information and your name, your date of birth,
passport number,
your gender, and your contact information in Korea, which is a phone number, and the email address.
Yeah.
And also they will give you the total amount, how much you will pay before you complete your reservation.
All right. So Yeah, the safetogopass.com/index is really going to be your best friend if you're willing to, yeah, just take it easy, not stress yourself out trying to find a COVID test in Korea or a free one. Again, it's not that expensive for a COVID test compared to the United States. And I think another just quick thing to mention is, yeah, as soon as you figure out the formula for the alien citizen number, it's really simple. Nobody ever will give you an alien citizen number when you just arrive in Korea on a tourist visa like us. So it's really important that you understand the formula. I can't stress that enough. And I think also going back to our first video that we shot while we were still in quarantine, you know, we kind of stressed that we bought SIM cards in America before we traveled to Korea so we could have a Korean phone number. And yeah, not all SIM cards are made the same way, so it is massively important before you travel here during the pandemic to buy SIM cards with Korean phone numbers attached to them. It's become more and more important every day. If you don't have a Korean registration number, if you're not a Korean citizen, you're not going to be able to use the app to just log in anytime you walk to places and enter a business for a QR code. So some businesses have you sign in, which is okay, but I really prefer the businesses that you just call with your phone number. They log where you are by just that phone call.
Yeah, I think they are tracking, they are secure the location where you are by the phone number they provided to you. You have to call.
Yeah, and the reason I bring up the whole cell phones and the phone numbers again is to just touch on something Yajing just mentioned. You have to put your Korean phone number information into the Safe to Go Pass, and you have to put 2 phone numbers.
Yeah, the second one you will see is for your emergency contact number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a solo travel to Korea, get to know somebody that's Korean, or if you're staying in an Airbnb, talk to your Airbnb host and ask if they can utilize you or you can utilize them as your emergency contact in Korea.
Or ask your hotel registration if they can provide a phone number for you as an emergency contact number.
Yeah.
It helps.
But definitely get your own phone number in Korea.
Yeah.
Have an unlocked phone when you come here. It's really important.
It is. And also it's come with your own data. You can have the internet. You will need it, and to do everything actually, for direction, for Googling, everything basically.
Absolutely. And yeah, if you're leaving Korea, if you're an American, or I would say anybody from other countries, to check out the Safe to Go Pass website. It was really, really helpful. And once we cracked the code on the alien registration number, everything was much easier. I know we were stressing out a little bit about it. So remember the formula Yajing shared with you. I know when we were researching on YouTube, they said to add 5 zeros and not 6 zeros. Another YouTuber said that. So we actually got really frustrated last night.
Yeah, because 5 zeros plus the 6 at the front is only 6 digits. The second part, you need 7 digits.
Yeah.
So we find out actually it's 6 zeros,
not 5.
This is important.
Yeah.
Very, and I'm glad we figure out by ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we called the airport at, I think it was 11:43 at night last night.
Yeah.
Just asking them, like, can you please help us with the alien registration number?
Yeah.
And they had no idea what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, take the advice. It works.
It works. And hopefully it's gonna help you. If you have any questions or comments, please put below. So we will read and we will get you back as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Well, all right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and until the next one.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye.